guys, Tbo2 here, back for another Dalek mod update video. This is update 68. So yeah, let's begin. This is going to be kind of a reaction as well as a review, because I'm kind of going to be looking at these features for the first time as I show them to you all. So yeah, let's get right into it. Yeah, forgive me if I'm wrong, but these might be the only roundels added, just like variants of these terracotta ones. I actually really like these ones. Yeah, those look really nice, kind of tenanty. Almost look like music discs, like in the center. I like those a lot. And just as I say that, I noticed these wooden roundels, and so we have kind of looking like logs and stripped logs, and we have that for basically every log in the game. So a lot more than just these three, but I'm just going to show you these. And these honestly look kind of amazing. Reminds me of like when you'd use the tops of logs as your roundels, because they do kind of have that look to them, and I think these honestly look really cool. And these ones especially would look really cool in like a secondary Tardis build. That'd be cool. And as for blocks, I think the only new block added is this wooden scanner, which I'd imagine will work exactly like the other scanners when placed in the Tardis. It kind of looks like some stripped spruce wood, so yeah, pretty cool, kind of keeping the same theme as these others, and I like it a lot. Alright, so on to a few more items that were added. We have this wooden baseball bat. It's kind of an alternative to the Ace baseball bat. And if I'm not mistaken, this should give knockback damage to entities. Let's find that rabbit. There it is. Oh yeah, knockback. Here we have the Desert Eagle, a new gun that's been added. And along with this, I believe they have bullets now. Yeah, so the guns will now take bullets. Obviously we're in creative mode, so it might not, but yeah. Thought I saw another rabbit. Nope. Spared for now. Yeah, we also have a bowl of custard and fish fingers and custard. Pretty cool. Right here we have a Metalert scrap, which I believe doesn't spawn yet because they haven't properly implemented Scaro still, but I believe you can craft this, if I'm not mistaken, and it is used in a few recipes. We have credits. These in the show were some kind of currency, so I'd imagine this is what they'll be used for here, but I don't think they have a use yet. They've added some new armors as well. This is the Dalekanium armor, which you can see gives me a little particle. Does it give me any sort of like light or slow falling? No, it's just kind of some particles. That's cool. Speaking of Metalert, here's the Metalert armor. That looks really cool. I love how it's kind of got this kind of gold look to it, since Metalert was a metal from Scaro, just like Dalekanium, so it makes sense they'd be kind of mixed. Here's the steel armor, which gives us this kind of Cyberman chestplate. As for some changes related to mobs, here's some Daleks, and I believe they've been buffed a little bit. I also believe Cybermen didn't spawn naturally, but now they do. And they've also got kind of a darker Cyberman texture, I believe. So I think this might be a new variant, if I'm not mistaken. Unless they just mean that they just in general darken the texture, which that might be what they're referring to. I'm not sure. In addition, they've made special Daleks like the leaders and the special weapons Dalek spawn a little less frequently, so you won't have to deal with these as often. And there are some additional new cyber mobs added, like the cyber villagers have been re-added, and they actually look really cool. I love their new texture. They honestly look way cooler than the old ones. They've kind of got proper arms instead of the villager arms. And they've also got kind of the noses sticking through. These look really nice. I like the texture on these. So we also have cyber mats, which look really cool and kind of have this like endermite-like movement about them. See how fast they are, actually. They're probably pretty fast. Oh yeah. These guys are strong. Well, they're not doing too much damage, I guess, but you know, they're fast, and I'd imagine in numbers they're pretty dangerous. I wonder if Cybermen could summon them. That would be cool, honestly. I need to run. And yeah, while we're here, speaking of things to run from, here's the cyber drones. I believe these were in the mod previously, but they showed them off, so I think they are either new or maybe have been updated. I think at the very least the textures are different than they used to be. So yeah, these guys are still extremely dangerous, so let's just give me something else to run from. Oh no. Ah! Yeah, oh, well that turned out kind of disastrously. Anyway, here's an Ood. The Oods are a bit nicer. So the Oods, I believe, are neutral, so they won't attack you unless you attack them. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they said you can give them beetroot soup. Yeah, and they'll trade you Pepsi. And a bowl, I guess. I guess it's random what they give you. It's kind of like piglin bartering, I guess, in that respect. It's kind of cool, and I guess if you hit them, they're hostile then? Yeah, they got the red eyes and everything. That's pretty cool. Kind of a clever way to go about it for Minecraft. I really like these. These are cool. So yeah, let's move on to the main feature of this update, which is some new stuff with the Tardis. Alright, so new features for the TARDIS include some new exteriors, so we'll look at those first. Okay, so here's the new police box skin, and if we apply this and go outside, you can see we have the TARDIS from the episode Eve of the Daleks, in which it kind of went a bit crazy when it got caught in a time loop and got all these crazy, like, fire veins all over it, so yeah, pretty cool. And to my understanding, there's also a few new interiors, so let's look at those. So we have Police Box Third, which I'd imagine is like a John Pertwee TARDIS. So let's try this out. And if we head inside, check that out. It's our little third Doctor TARDIS. I like this a lot. Pretty cool. Ooh, it's got a little door too. I like that as a little entrance into the hallways. Pretty cool. Ooh. Yeah, and I like how they got the miscolored console just like in the show. It's pretty clever. Next one we have is Police Box Classical, so let's select that and build. So yeah, this one kind of looks like maybe the 5th Doctor's, and I think it looks pretty neat. It's got the same kind of monitor. Ooh, some cool doors over here. I really like that. Ooh, and I like these hallways too. These look really cool. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite interiors on the mod, honestly. I like it a lot. Alright, next one is the Hudolin, which I believe is the 8th Doctor's TARDIS. So let's check that out and just see for ourselves. Yeah, it's the 8th Doctor's TARDIS. Wow. I guess that's a lighting bug? I don't know why those end rods aren't working, but yeah, this is a nice build. It's a bit smaller than the old one from 1.12, but I guess that does make sense. I mean, they are kind of going for more accurate scaling. I like this though. I've always liked this TARDIS. It looks really nice in the mod too. Back here we got, oh, I like how they did the piano with some looms. That's nice. Ooh, a door. Does it go anywhere? Am I falling? Oh, I am falling. They put a door into the void in the TARDIS. Wow. Next interior is the copper interior. You can probably imagine this is going to be Matt Smith's, which is another of my favorites. So let's check that out. Head inside. Check that out. Wow. Okay, again, a lot smaller than the previous versions of this TARDIS they had, but I do like it, and I think scale-wise it does work pretty well, and I think just it's a little more Minecrafty, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, I feel like it works well as a kind of a smaller build like this. And I like this too. It's got this nice balcony. It's got some very nice color work here. And yeah, it just looks really nice. I like the mix of these plastic slabs with the stone. I think that's a nice little mix of blocks for some variety. Ooh, and you got steel down here. And these look really cool. We got some areas down here as well. Wow. This is a nice TARDIS. I like this one. The next TARDIS is going to be the War Doctor's, and that looks to be pretty cool from the picture. Let's check that out. So yeah, here it is. And yeah, I do think it looks really cool. Again, kind of small, but I think it works in this case. Again, because this was kind of a small one in the show. Ooh, I like how these are kind of over here, off to the side, and I really like the console build. Works well. The monitor looks a little out of place. They could have used one that kind of stuck out from the wall on a little stalk, but I don't know. This looks fine. It's just a little chunky. But you know, I like it. It makes this whole TARDIS kind of look a bit retro, which it kind of does, honestly. I like it a lot. And the final one's going to be the Crystalline, or the 13th Doctor's TARDIS. And here we are. Here's the 13th Doctor's TARDIS. Again, kind of small build. A little bit cramped, honestly. I don't really remember it being quite this cramped in the show. But I have to admit, this is a nice build for how small it is. I do think the kind of blocky monitor actually works pretty well here. I like the blocks. Yeah, just crystalline blocks. That makes sense. But they work really well here. And honestly, this is a nice build. You know, if you wanted like a smaller or more compact 13th Doctor, wait a minute. 13th Doctor TARDIS, but look at that. Wow, they put these under the pillars. That's clever. I wouldn't have thought of that. That's really cool. But yeah, this is the last TARDIS we really had to cover, so I'd like to look over probably the coolest feature in this update, which is that they've re-added the flight panel. And so let's check this out. Looks like we're gonna have to break something. There we go. There's the new flight panel, and I like the look of it. It still kind of harkens back to the old one with kind of the purple orb on it. But yeah, let's check it out. So we right-click this, and whoa, here we go. So you can see we are now flying, and we can fly up like this. Our TARDIS is spinning. If we press F1, we can hide that GUI if we like to. But I think it looks nice. Kind of a screen like it was. It's got the Gallifreyan in the corners. Those symbols don't really spin like they used to, but I like You know, if you look at the Tardis, it kind of doesn't spin as smoothly, but I think that kind of, again, aids the Minecrafty aesthetic, and I like this a lot, honestly. And I like how it still displays the coordinates in the corner, it displays the fuel, which the fuel's going down pretty fast, honestly, because that's probably what you'd expect in this flight mode, honestly. But yeah, I really enjoy this, and if you land, it says, press L shift to exit flight. So if we do that, there we go. We're out of flight mode. So yeah, that's really everything added in this new Dalek mod update. Hope you all enjoyed. I certainly did. I thought it was really cool, honestly. I love these new interiors. This 13th Doctor one looks honestly really cool. But yeah, that's really all there is to it. I've been Tbo2. Be sure to subscribe, to follow my Instagram, Tbo2at, follow my Twitter, which is also Tbo2at, to join my Discord, and lastly, to have a nice day. Goodbye.